Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Following the fumble recovery, it's Lock. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. Touchdown! A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. They see just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. To try again after the sack. Locke dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. His his second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. 2nd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2nd and 6. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mahomes to throw once more. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
Just think, that puts you in top 35.
And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. Make it 13-7. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll go option to the short side. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Tua Tagovailoa, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Raiders' win is a big one there as they move above 500 at 7-6 and keep themselves in the mix for a possible playoff berth. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington football team. The Colts, we can pretty safely say, will not be a playoff team. But 500 is still within reach as they move to 5-8 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Seahawks third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Block again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner,
and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
It's a big play there for Seattle. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Locke going for it all. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Forced out to his left, letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An important play right here. 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Hodges. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A lot going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lock to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked picked off down near the 5. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Mahomes will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.